Right, here we are then. Hanoi is the track of selection for today. Let's have a look at it in more detail. 25 turns, medium difficulty, and the lap record by the end of this video will belong to me. That's where we are in the league tables at the moment. Just did a couple of laps yesterday. Obviously a 1:38 is miles off the pace, but that will soon be rectified. In fact, we're going to attempt to rectify it on the very first attempt. Here we are then, straight up and out of bed at 6 AM to do the legwork, get the groundwork in, and straight hopping into the simulator, and let's see what we've got for you on lap 1, first attempt. Obviously by simulator what I mean is pad. So, through turn 1, and the immediate observation is that turn 2 requires an awful lot of patience because you're just waiting to accelerate at the end of it, and the corner goes on and on and on like it's turn 11 in France, and, well, that's a worry, given that that's one of my least favourite corners in the entire world ever, bar none. So, we're going towards the next corner, and this is another difficult one to get right. Tricky little chicane there, but I've done all right so far. We are green, as we have a bit of a twitch through that corner, but not to worry, we're going to go down, and this is the real mincemeat of the overtaking zone now. So you go right the way down here. This is when the cars are going to be DRSing themselves past each other in actual F1, but we will have to wait, of course, until 2021 until we see any of that actual on track. Oh, I've made an absolute sheep's breakfast of turn 11 there, and turn 12 is kind of a non-existent turn on the exit of turn 11, and now we're into what is the final sector already. This is when it really gets quite nitty-gritty because you've got to swoop all around the place. You've got barriers closing in on you all over the place, and I've actually managed to hold that together reasonably well so far. Not a bad shape for that final sector. Into the penultimate corner, bit of contact with the wall, and it looks like we're miles away from 134. We're nowhere near it. Where are we? 137. Well, it's not awful, but I think we can do better. Here we are doing better into the final. So, I've got it wrong. No, that's not right. Oh, no. Oh, dearie me. That was a disaster. Nicely done on the... Oh, not nicely done. Lap invalidated. Many practices later, I'm in a position to take on the world's best. Here we are then, the world's fastest F1 YouTubers against the infamously terrible one. A victory today would be a victory for the common man, and we're going towards turn 2 already. This one way it requires an awful lot of patience, and well, the MacLeod ghost car is already leading in front of me, but only ever so slightly. We've got every faith that we will be able to catch him up. Well, I did, until he absolutely ran away from me on this straight. Some sort of straight line speed bonanza going on there, but we'll allow it, and we've gained time into the chicane. That's what this is all about. We're holding this one. Another corner that requires a lot of patience, and we've come out ever so slightly better. We're right on Mr. MacLeod's tail here, going into turns 11 and 12, which we got wrong, it has to be said, on my last lap that we saw in full. How about this one? MacLeod once again pulling away on the straight, but we are purple. Into turn 12 we go now. Nice early apex, but no, still a bit wide, still lost time, and I'm starting to lose a bit of faith now that MacLeod will be beatable here. I'm starting to worry about whether this really will be a world record time. It's not going to happen, is it? We're miles behind. This is turning into a damp squib. It's an alright final sector. We're still purple on my own time, but I'm miles back on the world's best. And that's not ideal. That really isn't ideal. Now what are we going to do? Because we said that it was going to be a world record time. The video title said it was going to be a world record time. Now that is a good time. I've certainly put a marker down, but it's not the best in the world. What am I going to do? YouTube are going to be flagging this. I need to get a record time from somewhere, otherwise that title's wrong. Right, I've had an idea actually. Let's just try this. If we just go down and pop it onto wet. Here we are then. What have we got? Ah! Now that is a leaderboard that I can get a world record time on. The video's been saved. Here we go. It's time to set a world record lap time in Hanoi. Of course. In the wet. So here we are then. Penultimate corner. We're so far in the green. This is surely going to be the world record time. 1:59 is the target. And we are comfortably under that, I think. Yep, 1:58. That is the fastest time in the world. It is a victory for the common man. But I think we can do even better. And in the meantime, give you the chance to see some of Hanoi in the rain. Because I don't think anyone else has done it. Not that I've seen, anyway. So apologies if you have done it and I've missed it. But from my scourings, we've not seen a lap in these horrendous conditions as yet. So not only are you watching what is likely to be the fastest lap on record in Hanoi in the rain, but you're also watching some heavy rain gameplay for possibly the first time. We're over a second up on the previous time. This is going to be, well, I would say mouth-watering, but given the conditions, the mouth is probably already pretty wet, given the spray that's coming off this Formula 1 car as it jets down what is usually the DRS straight, but obviously in these conditions, it's not being permitted. And before we know it, we're into the final sector. Turns 11 and 12 then, once again, always the one that causes a bit of problem. Am I going to get it right in these conditions? Well, not so much. I still went a bit wide, but we're 2 seconds up on our previous time. This is going to be an absolute washout in every sense of the word. Now, this final sector is going to be very interesting. You're skirting with the barriers throughout, and I've got to make sure I don't make contact with any of them. Left, right, left, and right again as we keep ourselves comfortably in the green. And it is almost certain now that this is the fastest lap on record in Hanoi in the rain. I promised you a world record time, and I have delivered a world record time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed seeing a bit of Hanoi in the rain as well. There we are. The excitement builds for Formula 1 2020, and I've gone completely wide at turn 1.